Shalom, I'm Angel. Welcome to Healthy in Heart. Today, I want to talk to you about sleeping with the fan on. So, summer nights in Virginia rarely offer mercy if you don't have AC. And sometimes, even if you do have AC, especially if you're going through menopause, the air holds heat long after the sun goes down. And I know this is true for a lot of other places as well. And by midnight, your sheets are already feeling damp before you have even closed your eyes. So for years, my answer has been the same. Turn on the fan. Point it straight at my face and let the steady hum carry me under. The other day, I woke to read a brief article on MSN that had been circulating. It carried a different message. It warned that sleeping with a fan on could stir up allergens, stiffen your neck, dry out your skin, and leave you congested by morning. The claims came from a handful, not even a handful, of quoted doctors, yet the piece offered no studies, no data, and no sources beyond those quotes. Now that's worth pausing on because when you actually look at the research on cooler air and steady nighttime sound, a much fuller picture emerges, one that has kept me reaching for that fan switch for years, and one I believe deserves a closer and a more strategic look. So the article was published on MSN and credited to The Independent. It listed 4 concerns about sleeping with the fan on. Those were worsened allergies from circulated dust, stiff neck muscles from concentrated airflow, congestion from dried nasal passages, and dry skin or eyes. It quotes an ENT specialist who described dry nasal passages as essentially paralyzing your own nasal immune defense. Quote and end quote. That is a vivid line, and dry air can genuinely irritate sensitive airways, but notice what is missing. There is no citation of a peer-reviewed study, no reference list, and no acknowledgement of the substantial body of research showing real, measurable sleep benefits from cooler rooms and consistent background sound. So a reader walks away with half of a picture, dressed up to look like the whole one. And this matters because sleep advice shapes real decisions. If you have slept well with the fan on for years, as I have, a headline like this can quietly plant doubt where none was needed. Not that it did for me, because I already know the evidence. But nevertheless, that's why I did some research, because I wanted to present you with the evidence. So let's look at what the fuller research actually shows. Your body was designed with a built-in cooling rhythm. Core temperature naturally drops in the hours before sleep, and that drop helps trigger the deep restorative stages that your body relies on to repair itself overnight. When a bedroom stays warm, this natural cooling process gets disrupted, which can fragment sleep and shorten the time spent in deep stages. Research spanning tens of thousands of participants has found that sleep quality declines as bedroom temperature climbs above roughly 60 to 67 degrees Fahrenheit, with the most consistently supported range for adults falling between 60 and 68 degrees. Now, the effect is not just theoretical. In a controlled study out of Loughborough University, researchers cooled an overheated 86-degree bedroom with a water-based cooling topper and found sleep satisfaction improved by 57% compared to the uncooled condition. A related study on bed cooling in overheated rooms found that cooling restored total sleep time to baseline and cut the time it took participants to fall asleep by 10 minutes. A fan, simply by moving air across your skin and encouraging sweat to evaporate, works in that same direction. It does not lower the air temperature itself, but it lowers how warm your body feels, which is often what actually matters for triggering that cooling-driven descent into deep sleep. It is only fair to note one nuance here. Research on older adults living in senior communities found that this population may actually sleep better in slightly warmer range, closer to 68 to 77 degrees, with quality dropping outside that window. So for whole being wellness never means one rule for everybody. It means paying attention to what your own body, your own season of life, and your own health history are telling you. So the article was missing half of the story. What does steady sound do for sleep? The hum of a fan is not just airflow, it is sound. And sound plays a documented role in how quickly and how deeply we sleep. That is why a fan or a washing machine or a vacuum are used to soothe colicky children. A study from the Center for Sleep Medicine at Weill Cornell Medicine, conducted with New York Presbyterian and Harvard Medical School, found that white noise, the kind produced by a fan, significantly improved sleep quality in adults struggling with high environmental noise, and the benefit persisted even after the white noise was removed. A broader review of acoustic sleep research points out plainly that steady sounds, including the specific example of a fan's hum, appear to calm the brain's sleep-wake centers through the auditory pathway. In fairness, not every study agrees with how strong this effect is. A systemic review of the evidence found the quality of research supporting continuous background noise as a sleep aid was mixed, with the most rigorous trials still small in size. Now, that honesty matters more than certainty here. What the research consistently shows is that steady, low, unchanging sound tends to reduce how easily you wake to sudden noises, and many people, myself included, fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer with it running. That combination of cooler feeling skin and steady sound may be exactly why fan sleepers so often report deeper, more consistent rest, even though the original article never mentioned either benefit. So we need to weigh the real concerns without the fear. None of this means that the original article was entirely wrong. Allergens do collect on fan blades, and a fan can stir dust into the air of the room that has not been cleaned in a while. Airflow held on one spot for hours can, for some people, contribute to muscle tension. Dry air can irritate sensitive skin or a sensitive throat. These are reasonable but minor cautions, and the article's own suggestions for managing them are genuinely useful. They suggested keep the fan blades in the room itself clean, aim the fan away from your face or use an oscillating setting so airflow does not settle on one part of your body all night, maintain indoor humidity between 30 and 50%, and keep a saline spray nearby if you wake up with dry nasal passages. These are not reasons to give up the habit that has served you well for years. They are simply reasons to be a thoughtful steward of your sleep environment, the same way you would be a thoughtful steward of your food, your rest rhythms, or your body in any other area of whole being wellness. So we need to read health headlines with discernment. And this is where I want to slow down and speak plainly. As a logitarian, an article built entirely on a handful of quoted opinions with no linked studies and no acknowledgement of contrary evidence is not reporting. It is a curated narrative. That does not make every claim inside of it false, but it does mean you, the reader, are being handed a conclusion rather than the full body of evidence needed for you to draw your own conclusion. This is key because the full body of evidence is what allows you to practice discernment for yourself. It also enables you to reach your own conclusion honestly. Seeking the whole picture means asking what a headline leaves out, not just what it includes. It means noticing when doctors say, quote unquote, stands in for actual citations, and it means trusting your own years of lived experience alongside the data, rather than discarding either one. You do not have to choose between science and your own body's testimony. Most of the time when you look closely, they agree with each other far more than a clickbait headline wants you to know. And now I want to talk for a moment about the fallacy that the writer used. It's called the appeal to authority. For pattern detectives and logitarians, I want to address what the writer did so you know in future what to watch for. What the writer used is called an appeal to authority. The Latin is argumentum ad verecundiam. It's the rhetorical move of citing someone with credentials or a title to lend weight to a claim in place of or alongside actual evidence. It's not automatically a fallacy. A doctor's opinion on medicine actually carries real weight. It becomes a fallacious version, sometimes called a false appeal to authority or authority bias, when 1. The claim rests on the person's title alone with no data, study, or reasoning behind it. This is what was used in the article, but there are others. 2, the authority isn't actually an expert in the specific area being discussed. 3, only supportive experts are quoted while contrary evidence or dissenting experts are left out. This was also used in the article. And 4, the source is anonymous, uncredentialed, or unverifiable, just a doctor says. Now, I don't have the article in front of me at the moment, so I can't verify whether the doctor was actually named. I believe it was. But that is just another example. So there are 4 ways that an appeal to authority is actually a false appeal to authority or authority bias, and the author used 2, or the writer used 2. So that's essentially what my brain flagged in the MSN independent piece. 3 quoted doctors, 0 linked studies. It reads as authoritative because of the doctor titles, but the underlying evidentiary weight is not there. In rhetorical terms, it's borrowing ethos, credibility, without doing the work to earn it through logos, which is actual argument or evidence. Rest is not the enemy. You were not designed to fear your own sleep environment. You were designed to rest, to recover, and to wake up feeling whole. If a fan's steady hum or cooler feeling air have carried you into deep restorative sleep for years, that is not a habit to second guess because of an article that is missing all evidence. It is a rhythm your body has already told you works. Whole being wellness has never been about chasing any new warning that crosses your feet. It is about discernment, about paying attention to your own body, and about resting in what actually serves you. Keep your fan clean, point it kindly, and sleep in peace. I hope this has been beneficial to you. And if you want to learn more about thinking clearly, being a pattern detective, and a logitarian, head on over to my website, healthyinheart.com. And until next time, remember to stay healthy in heart.